If hard work alone created wealth, the richest people on Earth would be the ones clocking the longest hours. But in reality, millions of people grind from sunrise to sunset only to find their bank accounts empty at the end of every single month. For most of us, personal finance operates like a leaky pipeline. Salary flows in, immediately draining into rent, bills, and subscriptions. The savings reservoir stays dry. As this cycle repeats, it creates an illusion of progress, though your net worth hasn't budged. Applying massive physical effort to a flawed mechanical system only ensures you generate enough capital to survive. Without a change in the machinery, more effort simply results in more of the same. Most people assume the problem is the size of the input. We tell ourselves that a promotion or a 10% raise will finally be the thing that allows us to start saving. But this ignores the trap of lifestyle inflation. A mechanical failure where spending capacity automatically expands to consume every new dollar. The moment a salary bump hits, the standard car is upgraded for a luxury model. The functional phone is replaced by the newest flagship. These upgrades quickly become the new, more expensive baseline. Lifestyle inflation turns career progress into a treadmill. Increasing your income under these conditions only forces you to run faster just to stay in the exact same financial place. The difference between staying poor and becoming free is how you direct your capital. Unstable systems direct money toward depreciating goods, while wealthy systems direct money into assets that compound over time. We struggle with this because of a biological bug in the human brain. We are hardwired to prioritize immediate dopamine hits over rewards that might take years to materialize. Our brains struggle to identify with our future self. Investing feels like a current sacrifice or a punishment, which we often override by telling ourselves we deserve a treat today because we worked so hard. Financial traps are rarely caused by bad math. They are caused by the psychological inability to delay an emotional reward. Modern brands exploit this vulnerability by attaching feelings of status and belonging to their products. They trigger our fear of falling behind our peers, tricking us into spending capital based on social comparison rather than logic. Consider a controlled test. Two people earn the exact same 50,000 rupee salary. They both work with the same intensity and the same hours. On payday, their logic diverges. Subject A looks at the balance and asks what they can buy now. Subject B looks at the same balance and asks what portion of that money can be put to work for their future. This chart tracks their net worth over 60 months. Despite having the same income, their paths diverge completely. Person A remains at the baseline, while person B's net worth begins to curve upward. Long-term wealth isn't determined by the size of the paycheck. It is the result of the compounding weight of these daily allocation decisions. Escaping the trap requires a transition from brute force labor to a three-part engineering framework: earn, keep, and grow. Phase 1 is earn. You must increase your baseline value by acquiring rare skills. Budgeting is important, but you cannot reach unlimited wealth simply by cutting costs. Phase 2 is keep. This is the mechanism of decoupling your lifestyle from your raises. If your income increases by 20%, you keep your expenses steady to create a deliberate surplus gap. Phase 3 is grow. You direct that trapped surplus into assets that generate their own value. This leverages time as a multiplier, allowing your money to do the heavy lifting for you. This framework shifts the burden of labor. Instead of relying on your physical time, you begin to rely on your invested capital. If you're working hard but staying poor, you aren't lazy. You are simply stuck in a system where your effort goes toward funding liabilities instead of building a foundation. When your next paycheck arrives, ask a different question. Instead of looking for what you can buy, look for what you can build. The goal is the tipping point where your financial system becomes self-sustaining, where the assets you've built generate enough capital to replace your physical labor. Reaching that milestone changes the nature of your life. Your daily effort is no longer a tool for survival. It becomes your lasting freedom.